Hey, what's going on, everyone? It is I, the Kingpin, King of the Streets. Welcome to another episode of Killing the Business. First, I want to start the show off. I just found some horrible news. I just literally just found out just now. One of my ECW alumni, one of my original guys, just passed away. New Jack, Jerome Young. I'm in shock right now. I'm like dumbfounded of what, because how can I explain it? A lot of the boys, that I have love with in this business, it's just they're dwindling off. You know what I mean? It's just something that just hurts my heart because they're good guys. And Jack was a good guy. He made me who I am. He's in my intros. Devon made my career, but Jack elevated it. And he always took care of me, took care of me and DeVito when we were in the ring. So this show I'm dedicating to New Jack Jerome Young. You'd be greatly missed. I appreciate everything you've done for me in this business, the guidance, the jokes, the laughter. Even though you were hardcore, you were a tough dude, but you cared, and I appreciate you, and you'd be missed. That said, we're going to continue with the show, Killing the Business. I want to first introduce my guest, real good dude. He's from New York, just like me, a Puerto Rican, just like me. I want to introduce you guys to El Guapo. Welcome to the show, brother.
What's going on, Kingpin? How you doing, man?
I'm shocked, man. I'm kind of in a state of I'm just shocked, man. It's a hard thing to swallow when you find out your boys are passing away left and right. It just opens your eyes on your mortality.
So first of all, condolences. I know that you were close with New Jack, Jerome Young. Rest in power. And I absolutely know what you're going through. Not to take away from that, if it's okay, if I could just sneak in. One of my doghouse brothers, Havoc, he passed away, unfortunately, this week. So rest in peace, big man. But I'm just as shocked as you as far as the New Jack situation. It's funny because everybody always they labeled him a gangster. So I'm like, he's always been nothing but kind to me in the back. Always just a real good dude. And I'm not just saying that because he passed on. He was just always solid, man. So really sad to hear.
Well, Jack was a good dude. He was an individual that, he didn't take shit from nobody, just like we do. He earned his respect. He wanted his respect, So yeah, he got a couple of things, that were shed a bad light on him. But when you when you step back, when you look at the man himself, he was a legit dude, man. He didn't have to put me over. He didn't have to work with me. He didn't have to give me some advice when we were in the ring. The guy really stuck his neck out for me and gave me the opportunity to become who I am. He's the one that gave me the monarchy, the king of the streets. He was, the Kingpin was born because of the New Jack and Baldy's angle, So it's just, again, man, I hate seeing friends that I know, like we were just talking before the show, Xavier, another awesome wrestler, guy who's fit as a fiddle, pass away. I was in shock then, Balls and Axel, great guys. And I know they had their demons, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. They did their pills, they did their gimmicks, it's part of the business back in the 90s. I didn't do it. It was not my thing. My thing was women. I'm not going to lie, and that's what it was, that was my vice, because I was scared to get hooked on any type of narcotics, So again, I didn't judge, whatever anybody did, that was their business. What I'm saying? I don't look down on nobody for doing what they did. It's just, that's your business. I don't get involved. I don't preach to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, the thing is, it's funny. So I always say that there's 3 levels in the business. The first level is you're a student. You learn how to bump. You just want your first match. You're like, damn, all I really want to do is wrestle that first match. Couple months in, the second level, that becomes you know what? I'm pretty good at what I do. So I want to wrestle the big names, right? Now, the third level could go one way or another. It's either you're doing well with your career or you start to become bitter and you start saying, fuck that guy. Oh, I'm so much better than him. And that's where it's sink or swim. That's where you have to realize, are you going to make it as a wrestler or not? Everybody has their demons, like you said. Mine was clearly women, but then also, just way too much alcohol. And really, at the end of the day, all those things together, if you're not focused and you don't know what you want to do as a professional, what winds up happening is you wind up sinking. There's no really two ways about it.
Oh yeah, man, I agree with you 100%. And you know what? What's funny is that luckily you work for the hospital, so all those women, all those bumps on your dick, probably go straight to the hospital, get yourself taken care of.
So listen, no, it's fine, but I just want to clear this up. The dick is fine, but I am the John Stark making. I'm probably 2 for 17. I got one guaranteed, probably one out there. The other 15, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But that's my career. That's my legacy.
Absolutely. Right on. But hey, I just want to give a shout out to all the people out there wishing condolences to New Jack. Greatly appreciate it. Like I said, he was a good dude. Like I said, I'm kind of like in shock. I'm not in shock because he lived a hard life. I'm not going to front. He really lived a hard life. So like I said, it is what it is because of the hard life that you live.
Yeah.
But when you're boys, you're like, oh man, damn it, man.
So for instance, Havoc, the dude that I just mentioned. So nobody's really going to know who he is unless you run the New York independent team. Amazing tag team, The Solution, Papa Don and Havoc. Probably ahead of their time. If they're around, NXT's around, they get signed. They're around, AEW's around, they get signed. Good dude. But thing is, we lose so many people. So this is why the one thing, since I no longer work, right? The one thing that I didn't want to do is become that bitter asshole that's jealous of everyone else. If I hate you, I hate you. And as we go further, I'm going to let you know who I hate. I can name names. I don't give a shit. But I'm never bitter with the business. I still watch wrestling. I watch every single show. I still enjoy it. But I just feel like you should give roses to people while they're here. You feel me? Like, tell them that you appreciate them. Give them a call. Say what's up. Because wrestling is a fraternity that only we could do. When we were kids, we said we wanted to be wrestlers. We went through with becoming wrestlers. Look at the person next to you at a fucking office stall, right? And they said, I want to be a movie star. Well, guess what, bitch? You didn't work hard enough. I want to be a singer. You ain't got pipes, and you didn't work hard enough. I want to be an actor. The thing that you're acting with is acting like you want to be a fucking actor. You're a loser. It is what it is. Now you're sitting at home with your wife or with your husband that you hate. You're on dating sites. You're swiping right. Meanwhile, he's swiping left. It is what it is. But we did what we did, which is what makes professional wrestling a fraternity. And I really wish that it wasn't crab in a barrel and it was more dog eat dog. Whoever's the best, be the best. But we really take each other for granted, man. We really do.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's one thing that I'm just realizing. And I keep saying that every time I hear somebody die, I'm always like, man, life is too short. Got to live the moment. Got to take it by the brass balls. And then, of course, you get back to your rhythm, and then, then until the next guy dies. But that's why life is short, man. And you got to grab everything, all the opportunities you can, and enjoy life. That's what I'm saying, man. It's just something that is still shocking, but like I said, he was a good dude. And, that's why I always tell DeVito I love him, even though I give him a lot of crap, but that's just our relationship. I tell, Louis, I love him. Chung's okay. And
Chung's actually my partner and my brother, so he's actually amazing.
I love Chung, man. But I love my Gleason family. They know I love them, even though I don't say it much.
So see, the one thing that I will say on record, I was always jealous of the Gleason relationship. You boys were together, and you could tell that you all loved each other. The Doghouse, I'm proud to have come out of there, but it was almost a Japanese-style training dojo, but without the end goal. So you went through all the pain, but everybody hated each other, and it sucked because if you really look at the Doghouse produced probably the most talent on the East Coast between 2000 and 2010. But the thing is, nobody really got along. It was all a gimmick. And it was a gimmick before you learned what a gimmick was. Because there are people at the Doghouse that I absolutely love, and there are people that would never mention their name out my mouth because it is what it is. But when you have to shake hands and worry about being stabbed in the back, I was always jealous that Gleason's NYWC, those guys all hung out. They loved each other. The doghouse, I mean, it was amazing. You know what I mean? We had some great teachers, but it wasn't a family. It really wasn't. It's you stuck to who you loved, and then you kind of moved on. You know?
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. And Pierce, I don't like Australians. I don't tell Australians I love them. And the last time you cried when you fell asleep is when you bit the pillow when your man was eating your ass.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Put another shrimp on the barbie.
Right in the booty hole.
Kangaroo jackasses.
Pierce knows I love him, man. You know, because he has that cool accent. He's short. He looks like if you take a koala and you shave him.
Listen, man. Shout out to Pierce for giving me this opportunity for my dog match. Looking forward to it, man. Thanks. Give a koala a smack on the ass for me. I don't know shit about Australia. I was supposed to go to Australia, but Mana never flew me out. We'll talk about that later. Whatever.
But it's funny. Pierce was like, man, we got to get more colored people on the show because I need to diversitize this, man. I mean, I don't even have a Aborigine friend, so I got to definitely show some color in this organization. So that's why he has us together. Did you look at it? Look at the spectrum.
Yeah.
Louis and Chung, me and you.
Yeah. I mean, and then I can ask for the Arab. I can ask for the Arab.
There you go. And
he's keeping us. Not to segue, but did you hear the situation with Charlotte Flair and the Arabs and the Israeli situation?
Oh, dude, that is garbage, man. I mean, my honest opinion, if she likes if somebody's commenting, she's like the girl from the Wonder Woman because she's from that. I think she's Israeli and she's from there.
Hot as shit.
Yeah, but she's hot as shit. But the thing is, just because Charlotte Flair likes somebody's comment, people are coming down on it. It's just a like, man. Who cares? I mean, that's her opinion. That's what she has a right to like whatever she wants.
Okay, so this is my problem with this culture, right? AKA cancel culture. I just put my quotes in. So they used to be the original trolling website. Fuck the TMZ, fuck all that. It was called the Declaration of Independence. And it was run by bitch boy Mike Zebon and fucking puss boy Sean McCaffrey. I'm not even going to give him the pleasure of having his little nickname. The thing that made me laugh is if you turn around and in this day and age, you kind of put the comments that they used to put out, because they used to troll the boys. They would set up fake accounts and they would talk shit. And Chung, myself, and Louis, we were the lunatics, and they would praise Louis and Boogie, but then they would shit on me, which I didn't mind. It was fine, except for the fact that I wasn't in the match. I wasn't even in the fucking building. And they were sitting there shitting on me. And I was like, so I just found out what you are. If that were to happen nowadays, you get a hashtag and a cancel. Like, boys, man up. You know what I mean? Do what you gotta do. Like, in this business, it's either for bitches or it's for men. What are you?
Uh-oh, looks like I lost the signal. Hold on.
Oh, I thought that Mike Zebon was running it and he actually booted me, but you're back. I'm here. There you go. Copy? Testing?
Did something happen?
I lost sound, so let me click out. Just take over for the show for a second. Talk to him.
Yep.
All right.
And here I am, like magic.
Hey, what's up, Preston?
Hey, what's going on? So, I don't know what happened because I was taking
Not
care
sure.
of my
I'm
kiddo.
sure. I'm sure he'll be back, man. But again, just
Yeah, so
when it comes
what was
to
the current topic?
oh no, just in general, we're talking about just different trolling as far as Charlotte Flair. The fact that
Oh,
she liked the comment. Now everybody wants to cancel her. I think that professional wrestling used to be an industry where it's funny for something where everybody says that the sport is fake. It's just ironic that you need to have a strong backbone just to deal with everything that goes with it. The modern day wrestler has become a little bit soft, and I'm talking about emotionally. So you could do 17 moonsaults, you could do 17 planches, you could do all that, but you can't take some criticism. That's why when a lot of people would ask, could you tell me about my match? Back in days, that was something where you would actually critique yourself. You would take honor in it, and you would say, all right, this is what it is. Nowadays, if you critique them, you get hashtagged on Twitter, and they start to cry.
What's up, fellas?
Here's what's going on, brother.
Not much. I saw Angel sort of shoot himself, so I thought I'd come in and say today, as always, the bald, the beard, the beautiful, the Australian shooter himself decides to stop by killing the business, because that's what I do every single week, is show my boy the Kingpin on another episode of Killing the Business so I can carry his weak ass through yet another show. But here I am, Guapo. Pleasure to sit here and talk to you, bro.
Pleasure, Piers, man. Love the work. I've seen it. It's amazing. I was supposed to be in Australia along with my brothers, but it didn't work out. You need to ask NHPW. I'm just gonna put them up because I know that they're gonna hear this. Just I have a list of people that they actually booked before the people that held them down while they were in the States. Tom Lawler, Kevin Owens, Awesome Kong, Sanjay Dutt, Cole Cabana, and Necro Butcher. So you booked all those guys instead of the people that held you down when you had no budget, but then say, oh no, bro, I can't really bring you down, It's just, we have to figure it out. Hey, Angel, welcome back, brother. I was just killing time. What's going on?
So, which is perfect because we can't hear Angel and we can't hear him waffling on, but I was surprised. I actually didn't know about New Jack. I've just been in my son's game and I've just seen word that happened with New Jack. Do we know how he passed?
From what they're saying, a heart attack.
Oh man, because it's crazy. It's like we were almost like, the videos that we were seeing of him surfacing online recently. He looked like he was faded, like a lot of times. Where I don't know, maybe it was medication, maybe it was medical. But like I know when I talked to Angel in relation to New Jack, that we see that he was saying that New Jack, as time went on, his speech was deteriorating, and Angel was saying he could see him deteriorating, and maybe it was because of that fall with Vic Grimes in ECW that caused it, and
I was about to say, a lot of people really don't realize the neurological damage that's done when you fall from a fucking scaffold and you have brain matter leaking out of your ears. He never recovered.
But that's the thing, and all these fucking wrestling marks that sit there and go, well, wrestling's fixed, right? They teach him how to fall, right? How do you teach someone how to fall off a fucking 18-foot balcony? That's just basically balls, a little bit of stupidity, and maybe a little bit of cocaine that made New Jack do that. And he even stated, previously, just he'd have a bump, go out and take a bump.
Listen, cocaine is a hell of a drug, but one thing that I will say about New Jack, he was a real dude. He's a real dude. And there was one time we were driving home from Pennsylvania, and we would pull gimmicks. We would call wrestlers and prank call them. And we were the Man Up crew. Want to shout them all out? Boofa, Boogaloo, Lowrider, Cash. So what we will do is, this is fucking early 2000s. So there's no caller ID, they ain't shit. And we have New Jack's phone number. So we call him, and there's a dude, the Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, EC Negro. And I call him and I go, what's up, New Jack? I can beat your ass, right? And Jack is not one to play. Jack is Jack is Jack. And so we hang up on him, and then we try to call the Amazing Red. But we dial New Jack, and we go, I'm gonna beat your ass, Amazing Red. Or I forgot, we used some stupid accent. I don't even remember. But it's Jack. Yeah. He goes, I'm gonna beat your ass when I see you, whoever this is. I said, oh, it's EC Negro. Come see me at USA Pro. Now, this sounds stupid, right? Like it's a normal rib. Dude, like New Jack comes to USA Pro looking for Negro. He grabs Negro, he goes outside, and he goes, I have a gun. That's it. That's what he said. But he really had a gun on him. And then he goes back inside. And so on your podcast, this is the first time that I've ever said, we're the ones that did that. It was hilarious, actually. But New Jack was that dude. New Jack was he was a real dude. But a beautiful person, man. Always treated me kind, man. Definitely sad to hear.
One of the things I see with New Jack, and obviously you're someone that's known him, is respect goes a long way. And I almost put it, and the other name isn't going to make sense when you think New Jack, but Ken Shamrock reminds me of the same way. He's a big guy on respect. If you disrespect him, there is going to be repercussions. You know what I mean? The difference is with the repercussions New Jack would do, New Jack will fucking kill your ass. That's the difference.
He definitely
so...
He definitely would.
Welcome back to your show.
But I think the thing with New Jack was a lot of people don't really even remember his Smoky Mountain stuff. He was probably...
his Smoky Mountain stuff was amazing.
He was probably the best promo in the business at that time. But there was no internet. You were tape trading, so you had to hear about him. There's a vignette with him and The Undertaker, with the Gangsters and The Undertaker, that I think that a lot of people haven't been able to see, where he was in the graveyard and Mustafa was scared. That was just classic New Jack. He could rile up a crowd. I'll never forget when he did the O.J. Simpson promo, and he said, "One for the good guys." And I think he's in like Lexington, Kentucky, man. Like, are you kidding me? And he always walked out. The Samoan Gangster Party, the gimmick where they were going to run him over with the car. Dude, he was extremely innovative. And I just wish that
I love that promo that he did in Smoky Mountain when he turned around and shout out to O.J. Simpson.
Yes.
What to worry about. And dude, like that's the sort of level of heat that you want in wrestling. And it's like people were legit wanting to kill his ass. And it's like when you can get that level of heat from the audience, know you're doing something right. Was Jack the best in-ring performer? No, and he would probably admit that he wasn't the best in-ring performer. But he had character down, he had promos down, he had believability of character. Because, you know what I mean? Like, you literally thought he was going to kill someone's ass in that ring.
It was really a situation where, when it comes to Jack, you believed it. He beat the shit out of people with the music still playing. Okay? And you were like, this is the coolest shit ever.
Yeah.
But the thing is, and like I was telling Angel before, the thing that I'm tired of is wrestlers not giving each other credit while they're still here. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but there's and this sounds so sick, but it's true. There's a video on YouTube called Dead Wrestler Beach, right? I don't know if you've ever seen it. If you've ever seen it, take a look. It gives respect to all the fallen wrestlers. My problem is, every time that I hear somebody die, in this fraternity, I think a dead wrestler beach. I feel like they're going to go there and they're going to get booked because that's the only thing that can give me solace. That's the only thing. And like I was telling you,
it's really sad to see, and we saw it over, I think, in the early 2000s and mid 2000s, where we saw a lot of guys, passing that were like, 38, 39, 35, 40, under 50 years of age. You remember like that early 2000s, it was literally like people were dropping like flies, bro. Like, guys like Big Dick Dudley, Crash Holly, Eddie Guerrero, he was 38. Chris Benoit, obviously, he went out a different way to a lot of the other guys did.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know if Benoit goes with that. But totally, I hear you.
Well, I still think that like I said, he did go young. He did, how he went out was extremely tragic, and we've covered that on Wrestling with Tragedy multiple times. And as a parent, I can't comprehend Benoit, and to me, I've never been able to sit there and watch any of his shit or any of his matches. If I'm watching something and he comes, and something of his comes on, I have to go take a piss, or I have to go have a smoke because I don't have an interest in watching.
Okay, bitches, I'm back. Issues with my computer.
Hey, you take that on.
I will leave you guys with this. And Angel, I sent this to you earlier.
What?
And I actually got it from Bin Hameen that that apparently in AEW the executive vice presidents aren't on talking terms with each other, which is surprising. Like, actually, it's not surprising because it goes to show that they've put Omega, Rhodes, the Young Bucks in these EVP positions where they're clearly not qualified. They're clearly not mature enough to be in an executive role, but these guys are being put in these situations, and now you've got executive vice presidents that refuse to talk to each other. That's unprofessional. Like I said, the wrestling world and the business world are two different things, but from a professionalism, that's poor. There's a big name talent that is holding off signing with AEW because of the feedback they're hearing of all the infighting and all the bullshit. So that's hurting their business.
Well, first of all, you got to look at it from that cartoon, Baby Boss. You fucking put babies in charge of a fucking company, and that's the problem, man. I mean, I'm not knocking them, but they're too young, man. They don't have the mental capacity to hold that type of power because they get butthurt. You know what I'm saying? Instead of handling that as a business, they're just not handling it as a professionalism. You know what I'm saying?
100%. Guys, I'm going to leave you guys to discuss this, but I did want to throw it out there for your show, Angel. I've been loving today's show so far, Angel. And guys, I'll catch you after the show.
Absolutely.
Cheers. Pleasure, sir.
Fuck them. So, anyway. But the funny is, I want to say sorry, man. I left you hanging because I was just like, yo, something happened where my computer. That's what happens when you go live, man. Things happen. That's why I have Preston as my technical advisor.
Hey, we're live.
I don't know what the fuck did I do. But anyway, so what were we talking about?
Good. So you were absolutely correct when it comes to the AEW guys, but I think that you need to look at a different angle, right? So Cody Rhodes, he really couldn't stand what Triple H was doing in the E, right?
Yeah.
Is anybody else recognizing that him and Brandy have become almost the knockoff version of Triple H and Stephanie? Everything with him, he has to be protected. He is literally the walking definition of the Dusty finish. He never gets beat clean. If he gets beat, he has to get killed, like he was with Brody. So Brody had to murder him to win the title. And then to get the title back, we had to have a dog collar match. No build-up, just a dog collar. AEW is great for putting on the show. I watch it every week, unapologetically. You know what I mean?
I think it's a dream. I think, not to cut you off, but the thing is this is the problem with the show, man. They're not building a good, solid storyline. They're not giving, they're not just building it up so they can get to the dark collar match. You have to have a reason to be in a dark collar match. You have to have a reason to be in a steel cage match. Where, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. And there's a lot of guys in AEW that I like. There's a lot of guys, I used to work with John Silver and Alex Reynolds. I'm very proud of them and what they've done. They built themselves up from being basically irrelevant to meaning something, you know?
Yeah.
I watch Dark, I watch Elevation. They have their guys working, and it's cool. It is. But the thing is, you have an indie style on TV now.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's super indie. And I don't know if you saw, do you watch AEW?
Nope.
Okay.
Dude,
so,
I don't watch wrestling that much anymore. I mean, I'm kind of like burnt out.
Okay, no, totally understood. I still do. You know what I mean? When you work 16 hours, you got to fill the gaps. It's just, so there used to be a rule. Don't do somebody else's move in the same show because otherwise the move isn't there. How many times do I have to see a running, kicking boot into the corner? You know what I mean? How many RKOs do I see? Because the one guy that does the RKO, he gets the 1, 2, 3. You guys are doing second rope, RK, and I hate to sound like the old fucker. I do. But I'm the old fucker. It doesn't make sense. And if it doesn't make sense, what's next? Because you didn't watch, on Raw, this dude, Humberto Carrillo, tried to do a Canadian Destroyer outside and almost broke his fucking leg.
Yeah,
But
I saw that.
Okay, it wasn't the end spot. It was in the middle of the fucking match, and you almost broke your fucking leg. For what? Why are you doing it?
What kind of injury did you say? Like a busted hip, like a jacked up hip?
I think it was only a bruise. He wound up getting lucky. Because Sheamus is about what, 240, 250?
Yeah. And you know it's funny. You know it's funny. Rob Van Dam, when I was wrestling him, he did like a not Van Daminator, but he ran to the corner with the chair and ran into me, but he landed straight on my thigh, all full weight, and that was a short distance, and my leg was killing me. Yeah. So from that height, from the ring of that weight falling on your thigh, yeah, he was in pain.
Like, I could see myself at a fucking Cracker Barrel with a rocking chair, just having indie wrestlers come up to me and me just telling them, you guys know what a bump card is? Because it's a real thing. After some time, your bumps, they get a little bit lessen and lessen. And unless you know yoga, I mean, it's going to hurt at some point, But
the problem is, but the thing is, there's no logic, man. That's the only problem, man. I mean, it's just no logic, man. And that's the thing. Just high spot. I want to get my shit in. That's basically what it is.
Yeah. So I'm going to bust your ass for 15 minutes. I'm going to break your fucking leg. You're limping around. But then when it comes time for your shine, all of a sudden you're running around. It's just, I feel that people want to be superstars, but they don't want to wrestle. They want the fame. They want the adulation.
Oh, that's Louis. That's Boogaloo 100%. That is that motherfucker 100%, man. Glorious. That motherfucker.
Man, I'm telling you, it's just, I sit there and I look, and it's, so I used to book for WXW, right?
Yep.
The minute that I got the pencil, the number one thing that I did, because I've been a student of the game for years, the first thing I did was I never put myself over because it's too fucking obvious. Also, my wrestling out of a 10 was probably a 6. My charisma was a 12, and my promo skills were about a 11.5, but the wrestling was a 6. So how the fuck am I going to become the heavyweight champion?
Yeah.
But if you're asking me, did I put my friends in those positions? Fuck yeah. You know why? Because they're reliable. I was the one driving them, and the fans were coming in to see them. To me, booking is very simple. There's a start, there's a middle, there's a finish. Go from there. The minute that people start, and this is the one thing that I hate, wrestlers that become promoters. Hate it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, I agree with you too. But I mean, it is what it is, man. AEW, like I said, I'm not knocking them. It's an okay company. I'm not saying it's the best. I mean, but it's just losing some essence. That's all it is. It loses meat in the game. That's all I'm saying.
But you have a $150 million contract from TNT, so you're giving away a blood and guts match. And shout out to Santana and Ortiz, real proud of them, great guys, busted their ass to do what they're doing. The thing is, like you said, the build-up is important. And even though they had a nice build-up, I enjoyed the build-up. you're giving this shit away. And to be fair to them, there's no longer pay-per-view, so it's not like you could sell it. But if you look at it, Cody, he's kind of booking his own shit. So I could see where the divides would already come in. I could see it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I totally understand. But the problem is that, you know, with these guys in the business, dude, it's just hard for me to stomach is that you know, there's no logic, man. Okay, let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
The Magnum TA and, you know, Magnum TA, you know, I Quit match with Tully Blanchard.
Sorry.
Build up an angle, strong, solid. Finally, he got him in the ring. It built a strong story. You know, Michael Hayes in the ring with the Von Erichs. You know, and strong, solid steel cage match. You know, when they slammed the steel cage on the Von Erich's head. You know, I think it was Terry. Yeah, it built a strong story. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's just. They just don't build it up to give it substance, so people will be like, "Yo, I can't wait till this motherfucker gets him in a steel cage. I can't wait for this I Quit match."
So even if you think about Gino Hernandez,
okay,
Gino and Chris Adams, when they were with the Von Erichs, and they're just sitting there and they're fucking around with them, you got the vignettes with them driving off in the cars, and then finally you get a hair versus hair match. First of all, you know goddamn well that the Von Erichs ain't gonna shave their head. But there is a possibility because Gino and Chris Adams are just such assholes. But when they get their head shaved, it's so refreshing for the fans. That's the payoff. A lot of independent companies, and I'll be honest, the East Coast companies, because that's where my experience is, what used to make me laugh is they would put matches together and I never got it. So somebody like a Jack Sabbath, he wouldn't pay his local guys, but he would fly someone in from California. Cool, that's fine. Say I fly in a human tornado. Okay?
All right.
But the people in Cali ain't showing New York people love, so I don't know who's to blame. Is it California promoters or is it businessmen in New York that don't want to do business, man? And that's something that always fucking bothered me. Because it was these New York promoters were fucking sucking on California's dick. But were we not good enough to go to Cali? I never got it. And it always bothered me. But that just comes down to the worker. Really, it comes down to the worker. Handle your business.
Yeah, but man, some of these promoters, I don't get it. To this day, I'm like, yo, you'll pay for this dude, but you won't pay for me. And I give you 150%. What did I do to you wrong? You know, but you know, it's whatever. But you know, I have a question.
It's your money. Yes, sir.
Okay, let's go with the. Don't have to call me sir, man. Papi, you know, just call me Angel, man. It is what it is.
Oh no, it's okay. That's just whatchamacallit. That's from the job. I'll break out of that soon.
You know, if you want to call me sir, just say, hey, one more eggs, sir, more orange juice, and then I appreciate that. No, but let me ask you a question, man.
Sure.
This is for this next topic.
Yeah.
You know, we don't snitch on the boys, right?
Yes, sir.
You don't drop dime on the boys, man. What happens on the mile stays on the mile.
Kingpin, just so you know right now, a lot of people are sweating. Just want to say, looking in the camera, boys, I got you. Go ahead.
Now, so what do you think about the situation about Sting dropping bombs on motherfuckers, saying, you know, telling the motherfuckers' wives that they were cheating, you know, like just snitching on them quick. Because he got religious and he's like he wants to redeem himself.
Okay, so personally, believe it or not, I'm a God-fearing Christian man. You wouldn't know it from my language, but I love Jesus. This is my problem with people that found religion. You found religion because you got caught. On the road, okay? Stuff happens on the road. This is where it all goes back to where I started, the fraternity. Okay? Yeah. A lot of shit happens. I'm just going to throw this out there, and I promise you, you know, if I make the cut, I will give you the full story of a Philadelphia night where there was a bloody tooth, a bucket full of shit, a jump over a fence, infidelity, and a getaway car all in the same night. The point that I'm trying to make, I didn't drop any names. You know why? What happens on the road stays on the road. That's it.
Well, I mean, like,
you found Jesus.
okay,
Doesn't mean you have to throw me under the bus. It ain't gonna
no,
make
but,
you know.
but no, and I totally understand, man. I mean, absolutely. I mean, if Sting found Jesus and he found his salvation, I don't judge him. That's his business, man. Whatever he got caught, whatever the reason, God bless you. You found your calling.
Literally, God bless you.
Yeah, but keep my name out of your mouth. Just because you found religion and you want to fess up on all the dirt that you done, cool. Say it, but don't put me in the mix. That threesome that we did in Atlanta, don't bring my name up. Say it was a dark dude, all you saw was eyes and teeth. That's what I'm saying.
What you eat don't make me shit. Let me explain something to you. When I finally got caught cheating, right? Because a lot of people wouldn't know me, you know what I mean? As a wrestler, a great wrestler. I was a weekend warrior, and I'm fine with that. I'm extremely proud of my career. However, the shenanigans on the road, I'm fucking legendary. It's literally shit that will be spoken about. It could be drinking games that nobody's gonna drink their way out of. However, if anyone was next to me, you will never fucking know. Because when I got caught, it was over. But what I need to say to anybody watching this that wants to live that lifestyle, if you put your family on the line and you lose your family, that's on you. That ain't on nobody else. So Sting, you a bitch.
Let me explain something to you. Let me tell you a Kingpin story. When I got caught cheating, my ex-wife said, I saw you at the movie. It wasn't me. I saw you buying popcorn. It wasn't me. I saw you drinking strawberry soda. It wasn't me. I denied until at the last minute, she said, look, fool, I saw you. This is exact, and I got people who saw you. Okay. She goes, why you lie? I took a chance. Deniability, brother. I denied until I was hammered on the cross. I'm not lying to you.
Do you mind a hashtag, deniability? Now, the opposite story, just for the ladies watching, the revenge is sweet too. Because when I found out she was cheating, okay? The same way that you could send dick pics, they could send every other pic that they got. And back in days, I don't know if you remember, Sprint, you could check the pictures that get sent. Like you actually saw them. And I'm seeing like Nadagas, I'm seeing, and I'm like, I never got these pictures. And it went to the next dude and I was like, I'm going to kill him, but
the only problem is I couldn't do dick pics because it just didn't have a wide angle lens. And it just looked like a plate. It just looked like a piece of yo. Why you didn't send me a picture of a brownie?
Listen. A grower, not a shower. What I can say is this: you it's the angle, brother. It's the angle. But it was better with the flip phone. I'm not doing it now. I'm not doing it. There's way too many things.
Oh, I don't care, man. I mean, like I said, back in the days, I mean, during the ECW days, there was no such thing as camera phones. There was no evidence or stuff like that.
That's now, like a Polaroid. Oh
yeah, there were Polaroids. There were, Polaroid one step. But
you paid the extra $2 to get it done in 24 hours to mail it with the postage stamp. I feel you, brother. I feel you,
dude. And Pierce is saying like, "Hey, what the hell is he saying?" He's saying, "Be honest. You couldn't find a pair of tweezers to help you find it, motherfucker." Yo, if you see that dude, if you see Pierce's dick, it looks like one of those rosebuds. Like when people design a cake and you see the rose, like it's all sunk in. That's all it looked like because all foreskin, no meat.
Hey, it happens. Sometimes you got to put the dingo in the pocket.
So it's not the size of the ship, man. It's the motion of the ocean, bro. But I got it both, baby. You know what I'm saying? Man, I broke too many ladies' jaws when they try to put the beef on in there.
Listen,
they're like a snake.
You know what I'm saying?
Dislocate their jaw while trying to get some of this Latin meat.
It happens. It happens.
No, but the thing that bothers me is that damn, Sting, man, you wasn't a saint, man. And like I said, what bothers me is that this guy And it sounds like I'm bashing them. I'm not, bro. But why are you snitching out on people that you were on the road with for so many years, that had your back for so many years, that, you know, that break bread with you, that gave you money when you needed a lift, when you didn't have no food, they gave you money. I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were your brothers. So why are you dropping dime on other people's wives? You know what I'm saying? Stay on your planet, stay on your lane, and deal with your problems where you're at. But don't go into the next lane and try to run me off the road. That's
So
what I'm saying.
My thing is, everybody want to cheat, and then when they get caught, they won't make excuses. They want to find Jesus. They won't do whatever. When I found my Lord and Savior, that was just my time. You know what I mean? And that was because, you know, I was sitting there and I was like, shit, my next checkup might be my last. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I did a lot of shit in the early 2000s. No promises. The thing is, I just don't see what me telling somebody else what we were doing on the road would benefit for me or them.
It's a peace of mind, brother. It's a peace of mind. It's a weight off my shoulders. Bullshit. Mind your business.
That's what I said. Yeah, absolutely.
You
Absolutely.
know, but, you know, like I said, hey, if you have a woman, you know, and like I said, the way I look at it from my point of view, to stop cheating, you got to keep it. That's right, G. You know, to keep it fresh. I mean, it's not for everybody, and I'm just saying it's not for me either. But I'm saying, if you think your relationship's getting stale and the freaky deaky in the bedroom, and you're tired of the old fashioned missionary style, get that threesome going. Go to those fucking beach resorts with the swinging parties.
And bro, by the way, all right.
But I'll watch.
Bro, get one of your boys, all right? Get one of your boys and say, yo, we're gonna go, you know what I mean? Tag team this. Because I'm telling you right now, 8 out of 10 times she's gonna say yes. At first she's gonna say no, not really into it. Then you just say, no, we can work that. And it's fine. Trust me. She wants it more than you do, but then get her best friend involved, do whatever you do. But the fact is, just remember something. When you're cheating with 3 Coca-Colas on the weekend, she's still alone. So she's showing Dexter St. Jack. So don't be surprised when she cheats on you. And this goes back to sensitivity.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Get what you can get, man.
But the way you convince a girl to do this type of angle, man, it's called the liquor, man. Keep that glass full. Keep that glass full. Be like, baby, you want to do this with Nancy? No, I'm not into it. Hey, here's some more liquor. Then come back the next 20 minutes and keep digging and keep digging. And finally, when she has enough alcohol in her system, bow, chicka, bow, bow, she wakes up in the morning with Vaseline on her ass, lipstick on her face. You know, what's this candlestick? What's all these candlesticks doing on the mattress?
in a video game, of course.
All in the video game.
The signed consent form. Don't forget the signed consent form that you make her do right before. You know what? This joke might get us canceled, Kingpin. We might get canceled.
No, we won't get past. And Louis knows, man. He had threesomes with Slim Jenkins, and you know, and just kidding. Look, man, like I said, I think Sting really just stepped over the line doing what he did. He probably lost a lot of friends, and he probably doesn't even care about it, but still, you lost your friends that you held tight for such a long time.
So this is the thing. I consider them family, and you know that in this business, that's extremely difficult. I have several best friends in this business, but then I have family. We all have everything on each other. However, we would never, even if we had a falling out, we take it with us. You know what I mean? And I think that that's what you need. But the level of trust, it's difficult. And it's not even the business. That's just your character, man. You have to be a character dude to do shit that you need to do.
And I'm being honest. If Sting dropped dime on me, deniability. Show me the Carfax. He's just pissed off because he's just, but he's religious. I don't give two shits. I didn't do shit. So I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. He's just upset because I caught him in the other room, in the next hotel room with Missy Hyatt eating on those meat curtains. And now he's upset that I know.
You know who else was religious? Judas.
Yeah, Judas was just, Yeah,
he was religious.
Yeah.
So you know what? Let's have a new segment. Wrestler of the Week, Judas, a.k.a. Sting. You're Judas, sir.
Yeah, I agree.
Yo, when Sting fucks me up, I'm just gonna get it on video. It's gonna be great for the podcast.
That dude is too fucking old, man. I'm not knocking him.
That's
I love
true.
Sting from back in the days, but he ain't moving the way he's moving. You know,
Fucking walk out and shit with the Harley race robe with Vader. Fucking come out with your t-shirt on, you wobbly, whatever. It is what it is, Sting. Sting, have a good day, man.
Yeah, Sting dropped dime on himself. I mean, but that's what I'm saying. First of all, yo, hold up, Wapo. I'm surprised that Pierce knows drop dime. Like, how does an Australian know that he dropped dime? That is incredible. That is knowledgeable.
Hold on, mate. Hold on. You actually said the term drop dimes. So that's why he knows drop dimes. Pierce has got correct on my first night.
That's correct.
Fastest Australian.
Oi, mate. That's true, man. He's when you hang with the brothers, you become one of the brothers.
You know what I mean? He's gonna be with the kangaroos, like, hey, bro.
There you go.
Shrimp on the barbie. He's gonna give him an elbow and shit.
Pierce, I know dropping dime. I know out the gate. Straight from the gates, mate. But yo, let me ask you another question. What do you think of the Selena Vega situation? God damn it, stop calling me sir. The Selena Vega story of her coming back to WWE. What do you think about that after they just cut her throat when they let her go?
So first of all, good for Selena. She kept her ground. She held it down.
But would you go back?
What she had to do. She had to do what she had to do. She didn't budge, and they asked her back. So now she has all the leverage that she needs. A beautiful young lady. Actually knew her when she was in New York. Always a humble young lady. Beautiful, clearly. But it was more interesting to me to see that it coincided with Aleister Black getting taken off of TV. And now they're bringing him back. So you could kind of see where the Legos were set up to bring her back. You know what I mean?
Well, if she's smart enough, and again, I'm not knocking it. If she's smart enough, then absolutely, the ball's in her court, so she has the right to make the demands that she wants. Absolutely. But the thing is that, so hopefully she did the smart thing and made her contract solid, because that's the thing. Because if she goes back to the original way it was, then she doesn't have any leverage. If she's just hungry for a job, then that's what it is. She's just going in to get killed.
Yeah. It's crazy to me that WWE has found a way to become the WCW Nitro of this time, because they're giving away. So you had WrestleMania, right? Did you watch WrestleMania?
A little bit.
Okay. They had the same matches the next night, just like WCW used to do. The WWE needs bookers. They don't need writers, because they have Hollywood people right there, right?
Can you dig it, sucker?
I need a booker to make sense. You have the same. So I actually did, if you don't mind me being a nerd for a minute, I actually got the actual numbers. Raw has 41 men, 13 women, yet you see the same matches 4 weeks in a row. How fucking lazy are you, bro? How lazy are you?
Dude, did you just sit there? Do you sit there and just write these things down? I mean, you really do the analytics on that?
I work 16 hours a day, bro.
Man, you're smart. You're smart Rican, man. I mean, you're like Intelli-Rican.
I appreciate that. I appreciate.
But that's a different level.
How do you have the same fucking matches 4 weeks in a row? It's shit. And
dude,
then NXT used to be fresh. Now NXT is a watered down Raw.
Dude, I'm gonna get in trouble for this because all the Australians gonna get mad again because they're Australian. But the Iconics match, garbage, and they still kept pushing them. And it's not because they're Australian. I'm looking at the talent. They were garbage. Their spots were garbage. It wasn't solid, but they kept. And then they fired him the next week with Samoa Joe.
I don't know. I might get some heat with Sean Spears, and he might try to hit me in the face with a chair. But his wife is hot.
You think so?
Yeah.
Would you suck her feet? Would you suck her feet?
I have no problem with feet. Feet are cool.
Ooh,
yeah.
But I mean, it has to be pretty feet.
You got yeah, I'm saying I don't want like corns and bunions, but if it's anything and it's really bad at the front, just bite the heel. It's fine. It's the same thing.
But sometimes you get that callus on the heel, man. It might cut your lip. It's like biting on a. You ever bite on a rind on the orange and it gets you like that? With bliss
fam, I got Blistex right there. I'm good. You know what I mean? Just got moisturize. Come on, Kingpin. You know better than that.
No, yeah, you gotta make sure the feet are right.
Dog.
I think Preston, he's into feet. You ever saw Deuce Bigelow when he's massaging? That's he's like,
that was a lot enough. Preston, it's fine, brother. Feet are fine.
I wonder if Preston
denied the shit out of that. Too quick,
you know. But yeah, hey man, I mean, I'm being honest. All power to Selena. I mean, I wish her the best, man. I just hope she did it smart. That she really like. Just because they ask you back, you need to make those demands. You need to be like, okay, if you want me back, this is the deal. If you go ahead.
I feel that she had the leverage there, and I feel that I don't even think that they wanted to let her go. I feel that they did it to try to prove a point. And when she just walked away and said fine, I felt that they were like, oh, it's fine.
That's right. Yeah, that's right, Lawrence. You got to make sure the feet is clean. And you know how you do it? Just like my homeboy right here. You wash the feet, brother. You wash the feet.
I can't. Hold on. Give me a minute. Bodega candle on. Okay, I just lit it.
There you go. We need some bodega. We need some Spanish candles. Do a little Santeria.
Next time I'm on, I'm going to show you the bodega candle.
There you go. I would love to see the bodega candle. But yeah, man. But yeah, like you were saying, man, I just hope she did the smart thing and she played it smart. That's all it is, man. I'm not saying that she shouldn't go back. Just make sure you made your deals. You got what you wanted out of this deal.
So I did want to touch on something with you just for your opinion real quick. Did you see the story where Asuka said that she was stereotyped at the airport?
You talking about but her experience in regards of anti-racial hate crimes, anti-Asian hate crimes? I think.
Yes.
Okay. What about it? Let me hear your opinion.
So it's just funny to. First of all, I'm sorry that she has to go through that. Clearly, but if we're really looking at anti-racial hate crimes, shouldn't we look at the WWE? So I wrote down a couple names, right?
Don't say Creed.
Hideo Itami.
What about
Hideo
Creed?
Itami. Taka Michinoku, Gail Kim, Mr. Fuji, and the Kabuki Warriors. So you're telling me.
What about the Oriental Express?
Oriental Express. I'm sorry. And by the way, one of them wasn't even Asian. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, you're right.
The fact that the WWE called two people, Kairi Sane came in with probably some of the most push. The little pirate gimmick, it was adorable, beautiful young lady, right? You could see her at WrestleMania with the big boat entrance, and it was going to be grand and extravagant. You put her in a tag team called the Kabuki Warriors. That right there, Mr. Fuji in the penguin tuxedo. I mean, it's the WWE. Do you realize that they killed Kenta's career?
No, I didn't know that.
Like, what the fuck is that? Hideo Itami. He's awful. Now he goes back to Kenta. They stole all of his moves. They fucking stripped him. I mean, that's it. He's done.
But let's go with this route, man. I mean, she's tripping about this anti-hate, Asian thing. But look at look at us, the Boricuas, driving in a shitty ass convertible, wearing some hats, these fucking fedora hats. Yeah. Like, what was the other one? The merenguero.
So let's get this straight. You made us drive in a Mexican car with Cuban hats, but we're Puerto Rican. Second, fucking the Mexicals.
Dry lawnmowers.
And Juan Deere lawnmowers. Dude, so just a little fun fact about me. I had an interview to be a writer with the WWE a couple of years ago. And the person that interviewed me was Freddie Prinze Jr. Sorry, guys, I'm name dropping. Fuck you. I'm proud of it. The thing that was funny was they asked me to write a storyline, right? And that was like the thing. Pierce, hardly amazing. So when I wrote it, they were like, that's fine, but where do we go long term? And that's when I knew, first of all, I didn't have the job. Second of all, what the fuck are you talking about long term? I do it in small intervals. You know what I mean? And they just don't think that way.
Let me tell you one story. In ECW, when I first started, Paul Heyman came up to me and said, "Hey, Angel, we want you to be the Hispanic referee." And I'm like, okay. Because remember, I didn't want to rock the boat. I did anything I was told.
Of
But
course.
we need you to talk in a Spanish accent. And I said, huh? He goes, we need you to talk like a Ricky Ricardo accent. So I'm in the ring. Hey, yo. Shoot no. I was like, what the? I'm in the ring. I can find the footage. I'm like, hey, yo. You know that I know that, you know, and I'm sitting there and people, and I look around and people are like, this Razor Ramon, greased up wannabe. And I did what I was told. But think about it. Look at this dude. What's his name? Creed. Now he's playing Nigerian.
Apollo Crews.
Apollo Crews. The dude he's not even Nigerian. Everybody knew off the gate in the beginning. He spoke English, perfect English. All of a sudden, poof, miraculously, he got an accent. Kofi Kingston. Hey, man. Welcome to the beautiful island. The stereotype.
So when we first got to WXW, Lowrider and I, they told us that we were Mexicans because they didn't know that we were Puerto Ricans, so we did it. I had probably some of the worst Spanish ever. Not probably, it was the worst. And then one week we just came out and I spoke absolute perfect English. The entire crowd was like, what the fuck just happened?
So you don't speak Spanish?
Fine with it. Oh, yeah, I do, but I speak Puerto Rican Spanish, Spanglish.
Oh, okay. You talking about you just...
como yo puedo decir, anything that I need to. Pretty much like that.
Yeah. But
that's what the promo sounded like.
You didn't want to go like, hey, Holmes.
Orale, Holmes.
Yeah, you was talking like that was the worst Mexican Spanish.
Like, I'm sitting there ordering my fucking lunch like, ceviche, guacamole, que lo que.
I have dos tacos with no guacamole.
Exactly. Exactly. Dude. Even worse was when I had to do the Muslim gimmick. And all I did was say, Allah. That's all I did and it got me to Italy. So I don't know. I was in Italy for like 12 weeks, just going, Allah. Allah.
You should have been like, Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar.
That's all I had. It's all I had, bro.
I would have been Allah Akbar, Kuna Matata. I would have been throwing phrases in there like, yo, what did he just say? Oh, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Shit. If you got me back there now, I'd be like, falafel.
Dude, WWE, this is the problem, and I have Asian friends.
Yeah.
They're crying because they feel that they're hate crimes. Dude, it's hate crimes everywhere. I hate that everybody is like separated themselves like, oh, I'm being treated like shit. Dude, Hispanics, blacks, Asians, we're all being treated equally like shit. Just some people are a little bit higher on the shit plate than you are. Black people have been, Puerto Ricans, blacks have been treated like shit from day one. Asians been treated like shit, but they always said like, yo, they're hard workers. Be like them. They don't complain. You know what I'm saying? They had that label.
It's one of those things where let's get some straight. And I'm just going to give you this little circle of life. Black lives matter, right?
It does.
And people didn't give a shit about the Black lives. But then if it's an Asian getting beaten, right? You turn around and you say, well, as a Black or a Hispanic, I don't give a shit because they don't want me in their stores. But then there's a hurricane in Puerto Rico. The Asians are like, I don't give a shit about Puerto Rico. I'm not giving them funds. And then you turn around and there's white people that have a tornado in the Midwest. And we say, I don't give a fuck about corn. It stays in my shit anyway. So why am I going to donate? So it's the circle of life, and it's a circle of just inhumanity, but it's all around.
That's a circle. And not to you, but this is the truth. This is how I visualize this right now. Right now, and I'm not knocking them, but look at the perspective of this. Yeah. When COVID hit India, right now, all of a sudden America is throwing, oh, we got to get them vaccines. We got to throw everything at them. They're giving them everything, taking care of them. God bless you. When Puerto Rico was hit with that hurricane, Trump was like, they got enough. We're not supporting them. We were left high and dry.
So this is my only problem with that, and it kills me to have to say this to you.
Oh,
when Trump, right, kept saying we sent supplies, right?
yeah.
At first, I was like, "Fuck you, you orange piece of shit." Then Trump said we sent supplies, and I said, "Fuck." What happened to all those fundraisers and everything? I don't know if you remember. All the supplies were in a random warehouse, and it wound up being the Puerto Rican government that wound up locking everything in to make Trump look bad. Now, I'm not condoning Donald Trump at all. I fucking hate him. But the Puerto Rican government, I wanted them dead more than I hated Trump, because you basically fucked your own people out of supplies. And you made everyone in the world say, see, that's why we can't give them Puerto Ricans nothing. And it killed me because I have family on the island. And that absolutely frustrates me. What also kills me, and this is non-wrestling related, but it's kind of in the same spectrum. We saved the entire world, but when Texas had their situation, Florida had theirs. I care about Louisiana, Texas, Florida more than I'm gonna care about anybody else. I don't know if that makes me bad.
No,
but
man,
I need my people taken care of. And my
you got to
people
take care. You got to take care of your home first before you can help others outside the house. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem with the U.S. that they don't take care of their own. But they'll be damned if they'll give everybody the shirt off the back. But you know what, Wapo, I want to present you with the Kingpin F-Bomb Award for dropping that knowledge and stuff, you know. So I bless you with the F-Bomb Award. But hey, man, look, we're past our time. Before we go, man, I want you to plug that the Chinese wrestling organization. I watch a little bit of it, and it's awesome, man. School me on this, because first time I ever heard of it.
Absolutely will. So the most secret organization in the wrestling industry, that's going to be NKW, Bufa, okay, formerly known as Pusha, from All Money's Legal. Absolutely ripping it up in China. Been there for 2 years, building it up, just making it absolutely an amazing organization. A lot of young talent coming out of there. And by the way, tonight, just as a surprise, we made our debut in China. There's a bunch of people over there watching. Click the like. Make sure that you subscribe. Absolutely a pleasure. MKW on the come up. Make sure that you guys check it out. And Bufa, ayo.
All right, man. I mean, again, Wapo, I appreciate you coming on the show. Thank you again for being such a great co-host, you know what I'm saying? So thanks a lot. Hey,
I love the IntelliRican. I'm going to use that all week at work on purpose.
Oh, yeah? I want to put it on my penis and call the Grow-Rican, you know? But but hey, man, again, I appreciate you coming on. Once again, hey, guys out there, I am sorry that my equipment technical difficulties arose. You know, that's not normally normal, but shit happens. But again, that's what happens when you go live. Hopefully next week, no issues. But until again, man, I want to say, New Jack, thank you for my career. Thank you for helping me out. Thank you for helping me get the veto over, because he was garbage. So it is what it is, man. But once again, I'll catch you guys next week on Killing the Business. I appreciate all of you. Peace out. Tune in.